Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at functions in C++. What is a function? A function is a named group of statements that have a specific purpose. So we're going to be creating a new file called functions.cpp and we're going to be discussing functions. So what is the use of a function? A function makes your code more compact and it also makes it more reusable. I'll be showing you different code examples, but that is the main purpose of using functions, to make your code reusable. So in order to create a function, the syntax is the return type followed by the name of the function, and we're going to have a block of code. The return type means after our function finishes executing, it's going to give us back a certain value, and the type of that value is what we put in for the return type. There's also something called parameters. Parameters are inputs that our function takes, and we use parentheses to indicate that our function is going to take a parameter. So we're going to put in the parameters inside the parentheses. Functions are not actually new. We've seen them before. That is because we've seen the main function, which is int main, which has no parameters because it takes no input, and its return type is integer, so it's int main. But today we're going to be looking at user-defined functions. That means functions that we create. So first we're going to put in our template code, hashtag include iostream. Then we're going to have our main function. So now, since we've discussed functions, you should know what this line means. Then in here we're going to have two variables. Let's just call them a equals 3 and b equals 2. So we're going to be creating a function called sum, which is simply going to take in two integers as input, and it's also going to be returning an integer, which is going to be the sum of both numbers. So we're going to be writing our function outside our main function. So here we're going to put in first the return type, which is going to be int. Then we're going to put in the name of our function. We're going to be calling it sum, and it's going to be taking two parameters or two inputs, which is going to be num1 and num2. And in order to return a value, we're going to be using the return keyword. So we're going to say return, then we're going to put in what we want to return. In this case, we want to return the sum of the two numbers. So we're going to have num1 plus num2, and we're going to put in our semicolon. So this is our sum function. So how do we use it? We're going to go back to our main function, and we're going to initialize a new variable called summation, and we're going to set it equal to a call to our function. What does a call mean? A call to our function means, simply put, we're going to put the name of our function, and in parentheses we're going to put in the arguments that we want to pass into the function. So in this case it's going to be sum, and in parentheses we're going to put in the inputs we want to pass in, which in this case are a and b. So we're going to put in a comma b. So this is going to calculate the sum of the two numbers, and it's going to store it in the summation variable. We can see this by printing it out using cout followed by the sum is, then we're going to have summation, and finally we're going to have a new line character. Now we can save our file and go to our terminal, and we're going to compile functions.cpp. No errors. We're going to run it. As you can see, it prints out the sum is 5. So this is a very simple function, but functions can get complicated, but this is just the basics. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily programming videos.